Hey everybody, what's up? This is our Google Hangout after our show, which you can catch on Blog Talk Radio. We just did our 19th episode on BTR, Blog Talk Radio. We talked about CM Punk joining UFC. We talked about the bullshit in WWE. We talked about how crappy it is. We talked about how we can't, well, I can't wait till TNA comes back. And so it's official. CM Punk is now in UFC. He got signed. They made the announcement tonight on UFC on a pay-per-view, and I think they're always on pay-per-view anyway.
No, they have a show. They have
Okay.
I think it's called Primetime.
Yeah. So they got CM Punk, and I think this is going to be good for UFC because it's going to bring a lot of fans to UFC, kind of like how it did with Brock Lesnar. And for anyone who denies that,
If not more fans than Brock Lesnar drew.
Yeah, and anyone who denies that, you're stupid and you don't understand how fandom works. I'm going to call it fandom. To all the bandwagoners out there, you guys are pathetic. You're only being fans because now it's cool to be a CM Punk fan. It's kind of like when the Yankees were on top. It was cool to be a Yankees fan, so you got all these Yankee fans coming out of the woodworks. So, guys, Shady, thoughts on CM Punk going to UFC?
Let Shady go first.
Well, let me tell you there, Buckaroo, I think it's going to be good for entertainment. I think it's going to be good for the UFC. And I'm glad we're all buck naked here tonight.
Shut the fuck up, Shady.
Please.
The guys at Weymouth Youth Wrestling.
Yeah, we're in full on the Google Hangouts for this week.
Yep.
Why don't y'all go ahead and plug your shit real quick?
So,
That sounded so gay.
Shady, stop talking in that accent, please. It sounds like a freaking roadkill. Anyway,
Hold on, before we get
Roadkill.
started, for all the critics out there that say you guys are unprofessional, you guys are a bunch of fools, Hangouts are supposed to be fun, and if you don't like it, really, I got two words for you. Suck it.
suck it!
Exactly. These Hangouts are fun. They're not, like the show. The show is totally different. This is just a hangout where we literally hang out, and we are hanging out. So, Weymouth Youth Wrestling, go ahead.
All right, so if you guys want to check out new CIW organization on the rise, WIW, Weymouth Youth Wrestling. Check it out at youtube.com/WIW Pride. We have just finished our test match series about over the summer. We're planning on starting up again in December, where we will be releasing a tournament, and that will be fun to do.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of returns, rivalries, and future events going on. We have an entire pay-per-view schedule planned, and we're going to actually release that in the next 2 to 3 months.
Even though it's not really going to be pay-per-view, but you get the drift.
Yeah, it's going to be mega events.
Yeah, and unlike WWE, we actually take care of our guys, and we treat each other as family and don't just say it just because we,
Because it looks good on script?
Yep.
Okay. Well, about the whole CM Punk thing, and I'm doing this primarily from a professional level, it's going to draw a great crowd. It's going to, as Buck said, it's going to, allow more and more fans to shift over to the UFC. I mean, the UFC knows what they're doing.
Absolutely.
They didn't just get the guy. They took their time to get him. They didn't get him as soon as he was released, which is a good thing. They waited until his stuff started to drop and fall a little bit before they took focus onto him. And I would say one of the best things that they could do for him, which I can understand, start him small and allow him to make his way up. Not just make him CM Punk.
Yep.
Well,
you can't base
the
it
thing
off
is-
the name.
The
So are
thing
you
is
saying-
they're-
Are you
hold
saying
on.
him
They're
small?
very smart. They're very
Nice.
smart to pick him
Hold
up.
on. Hold
They're
on.
very smart to pick him up right now because he just finished the negotiations. He cleared himself with WWE. He's done with them. He settled with them in court. I don't think they even settled in court. I think they just settled out of court, and they agreed
Which is
on
a good
all the-
thing. Because
Yeah.
they would lose.
It would have lagged on for a while. And UFC was smart to pick him up now because he just dropped the best podcast episode ever in podcast. There is no denying that episode of Colt Cabana's Art of Wrestling was the most tuned in, the most listened to wrestling podcast that ever dropped in the history of the internet.
Yeah.
Like Colt Cabana even said that they broke the website. Even the CM Punk T-shirt website is down because there's so much orders. And by the way, an article came out that says CM Punk is banking right now because people are not stupid to go to the WWE and buy the CM Punk stuff from there.
Yeah, because they get 55% of everything that he makes.
Dude, they get cent. CM Punk gets cents on the dollar for that shit. Now it's all going to CM Punk. So you got to go to Pro Wrestling Tees and get CM Punk shit from there. And, you know, we heard what happened in the Art of Wrestling last week and this week and how he basically told Vince McMahon to go fuck himself. If you're a man, you call me. You live 15 minutes from my house, you come. But he didn't accept his apology. But you know what? There's a lot of people out there that will say, oh, CM Punk's a wrestler. That's fake. He doesn't know. He's going to get destroyed in UFC.
Okay.
Well,
the guy, if you allow me,
hold on. The guy knows martial arts. So go ahead, Mike.
Okay. I like to prove a point based off other professional wrestlers that were MMA fighters. Brock Lesnar.
Ken Shamrock.
Ken Shamrock was first a mixed martial arts fighter, wrestler, then mixed martial arts fighter again. But guys like Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, and now Punk, they have more stamina to it. They know how to take bumps. They have more professional training. Now, is that a good thing in a UFC fight? Yes. They know exactly how to take a hit. Do they take more bruises than UFC fighters? That could be, discussed one way or another. But they know what they're doing. The submission moves that they do are exactly how they would possibly pull them down. And Punk, as you said before, is a martial arts expert.
Yeah, for Christ's sakes, one of the submissions moves he has for one of his finishers is the Anaconda Vice,
which is an incredible finishing move.
It's an MMA move that he got from his old MMA days before UFC got popular.
Yeah,
by the way.
Well, plus, you got to look at who's trained Punk. That's the whole thing, is the history of who trained him. I'm not 100% on that, but if somebody else knows, that's great. I will say, though, this is going to be some good push. It's going to allow his T-shirt sales to go up so he keeps making more money. And the same possibility, he's going to, put on a good show. And as I was talking to James before we even started the hang-up, before he started the show, I said it will probably take a good year, maybe half of a year, before he becomes UFC champion, depending on the weight class that he's in.
He's in the middleweight.
Oh God, he's gonna have to fight some heavy hitters.
He's gonna have to fight some
massive heavy hitters.
UFC said that he's not gonna fight anyone who's has a big record. He's gonna be 1-0, 0-1.
Well, yeah, new guys, because he can't just come. He can't do the Lesnar thing and start going up against Rampage Jackson.
God.
God damn that truck. But it's one of those things that, when Lesnar came in, I think the greatest fights that he had were the fights that he lost, because it showed that, this guy from WWE, he really can put a scrap. And as soon as he started winning, didn't he win the heavyweight division?
Yep.
He became the heavyweight champion.
I think it was after 3 fights he won the championship.
Yeah, and he beat Randy Couture, one of the best fighter in all time.
One of the greatest martial
Hold on, pause.
Of his time.
Shady, for the love of God.
I can control it.
You know what? You can't control anything.
I'm not lying. No, he wasn't.
Well, anyway,
ready.
actually, Shady, you had a question for Mike, right?
I don't remember. You guys are talking and I'm not getting a word in edgewise.
Well, get your word in now.
My word. Question for Mike? I don't think I had a question for Mike. I do want to say that hopefully they will put CM Punk in a position and Vinci can rise to the top.
Hey,
Whatever you
guys,
say, Kofi
Mike,
Kingston.
just to let you know, CM Punk was trained in jiu-jitsu by Renner Gracie.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Anybody is in there, all the new guys are a little screwed.
Why?
Because JC's incredible. He's an incredible jiu-jitsu master. He's taking down guys that are twice my size.
You're talking about Renner Gracie?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's taking down guys that are like 300-pounders. It's insane.
Is it true, based on what I've heard online, that CM Punk should not be a white belt, but he refuses to move on up?
I think that's more of a question that CM Punk can answer himself. I don't know if it's like the whole thing with Chuck Norris that happened a while back, that people just keep making these memes and things. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's what a popular thing that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I could say, based off my MMA experience, my good 3 years of training and winning titles, he's got what I've seen him do in the ring. He could run circles around these guys in the UFC division. So
Hey, sorry to interrupt again, but I found more information. While you were talking about this, I was looking up information. So it turns out that Punk has been training for years now in jiu-jitsu and kempo.
Oh, Jesus, Kempo karate?
I guess. I mean, I'm not familiar with kempo. I know
Kempo karate
I've done
is a hand strike movement fighting style.
I've done taekwondo myself. I've done Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and grappling, but I've never heard of kempo.
Well, Kempo karate is pressure point fighting. The Kempo is very... Basically, you look at your opponent and you see his weaknesses based off deducing how he moves.
So is it like that Russian form of fighting? It's called Sistema? Where you use
a
pressure
little bit, but Sistema is more like a branch from it, where Kempo karate is more of heavy pressure. I mean, that's the whole thing, is that Kempo is mostly taught with chops, which proves that his WWE career with those crazy chops that he can do. But if he hits a part of the body...
Wait. Before he loses, Shady, what?
I said I just get chopped.
I didn't hear what you said, dude. Your fucking phone did it again.
I was just saying the chop. I like it, the chop.
All right,
Yeah.
come on, stop talking in accents, bro.
So for everyone out there, go ahead.
Damn, Buck is hardcore PMSing. Hopefully, Punk will be able to do what he needs to do and shove it in WWE's face.
Absolutely. He's not going to win his first fight, I hope everybody knows.
For everyone out there who's questioning this move by CM Punk, I really don't think that Joe Rogan and Dana White would sign off on this, but here's what Dana White had to say. And I quote, "He wanted to fight here. He wanted to give it a shot, so we gave him an opportunity. It's not like Brock Lesnar. We're not going to throw the kitchen sink at him. Lesnar had a wrestling background. CM Punk is going to fight a guy who is 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, something like that."
Well, that's the whole thing, is that it's going to be a new field that Punk's been a part of. So, from my personal experience being a mixed martial artist, where my background is mixes of boxing with wrestling formality and submission moves, I could say he's got the tools that is necessary. And I mean, the guy has done so much athletic achievement in his career in WWE that he's got the stamina to keep up with these guys in the UFC. They train every single day of their lives just to put on a great fight.
Can you guys do me a favor and say hi to Colin? He's watching right now.
Hey, Colin.
Colin!
Yo, Colin.
Jolly Santa, what's up?
Uber Thai guy, what you doing, bro?
Oh man, so yeah, my whole thing on the CM Punk thing is I agree with what everybody's pretty much said. I mean, it's a great move by Joe Rogan, no doubt about it. Picking up like the hottest commodity of really almost anything right now, of social media, of anything right now. You know, and he picked them up, and that's a great business move by him. on UFC, and you know,
I've heard people when I was walking around talking about it on trains and talking about it on in my school actually, which is crazy.
in
People,
school.
yeah, in my school about the CM Punk situation and hearing the stuff that he has to say. So I think it's just crazy at this point.
It really it's nuts.
He's become bigger than WWE itself, and he's just one guy, which is just more insane to me.
Yep.
I bet John Cena's pissed off.
I don't know. See, Cena and him have butted heads, but they want to achieve the same goals.
For the most part, yeah. Especially because Punk was actually defending Cena a little bit because I think at a point both him and Cena were trying to do creative input. If you guys watched the first Coca Cabana podcast, at least that's what I remember him saying. That him, Cena, and Orton maybe were trying to get the creatives to get on board with like pro wrestling booking and how it's supposed to be done. So
hey, you guys want to do me a favor? Our first time caller Issa from the show before, he's tuning in right now. Can you guys say hi to him?
Hey,
what's up?
Hello, how are you doing today?
Issa, what's going on, bro? I know you're tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. And for anyone else who's tuning in, what's up? Shout out to you guys. And just continue along with us. So he's going to be there in 2015.
That's a good thing. He has a good year of
Why do you think he's going to lose his first fight, though?
That's the whole thing. It's the strain of UFC, which is the usual outcome. And what I mean by that is, it's like going into a new thing. You're not going to get it the first time you do it, the third time you get the idea. But he's not going to just go in there and just start knocking people out. I mean, unless he does, which wouldn't surprise me, but I believe that he'll probably lose his first fight, depending on who he's going up against.
Hey, just to comment on you saying that CM Punk has become bigger than the WWE, guess who reported the story about CM Punk joining UFC?
Who?
ESPN.
Oh, that's upsetting. It's because they've never reported anything of professional wrestling entertainment.
Brock Lesnar.
Besides Lesnar.
Lesnar doesn't count because he's a legit monster. This guy would look at an 18-year-old girl and jump across the room, grab her, and go Brock smash, and just fucking humping her until she dies.
So in this article put out by ESPN under the category of mixed martial arts, Punk is quoted to say, and I quote, "This is my new career, 100%. I'm gonna go full steam ahead. All systems go after today. It's gonna be fun."
So again, he's got.
Let him have fun.
That's the whole thing, is that he has the heart, and that's the greatest thing that I can hear. Actually, thank you for telling me that, Buck. Is he's got the heart into this, and that's the hardest thing for most UFC fighters, is trying to get the heart to go in and beat the hell out of a guy that you've never met before.
You know what?
Sorry to interrupt you one more time, and I know I keep interrupting you, but I'm going along. Fine. As I go, I'm doing this. It's confirmed that he will fight at middleweight, 185 pounds, but he said he'd be open to 170 pounds.
I thought he weighed like 215 or something.
CM Punk? I don't think so.
No, I don't think he was 215. I think you're thinking of somebody else. No, you're messing that up with Tyson Kidd. Tyson Kidd's 215.
I thought the announcers always said that he was like 215, 216 or something.
Oh, are you thinking of his ECW days?
No, I'm thinking of also his Money in the Bank 2011 when Justin Roberts.
I don't know. That's something that you got to go back and really research into. But
well, let me see. I'm looking up right now. Let's see. According to this, CM Punk is billed at 6'2", and his weight is 218. So he can drop down, but I don't think that's his real weight, because in wrestling they tend to exaggerate.
Yeah, to try to say, oh, this guy's this much weight. No, he isn't.
We're pretty honest with our.
Oh yeah,
our thing.
well, that's the whole thing, is when we do our thing, We base it off muscular tone, height of the guy, and how it would work. If we have a guy who's, let's say, 5 foot, maybe 11, we're going to make him probably under the 210 weight class.
Unless it's a certain character.
Well, again, it all depends on his body type. We say he's got a lot of muscle mass, of course he's going to weigh a little bit more. If he's, let's say, not that big, but like a skinny-looking guy, yeah, he's not going to weigh that much. So, I mean, it's all based off peripheral vision.
Oh, there's the phone.
Oh, there goes the truck
So,
again.
Shady.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
With your fucking phone.
Any more thoughts? Any more thoughts on CM Punk going into UFC?
I mean, at this point, that's all we know. So there's not a whole lot to say because we don't know who he's gonna fight and when it's gonna be.
I'll tell you what. I bet Bruce Blitz over there at Blitz Sports Network is going crazy right now because I know they cover UFC and they cover all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
Right.
so,
Another plug for Bruce Blitz.
dude, the guy has an amazing YouTube channel.
You only saying that because he came up with the term "fuckboy buckethead."
Because John Cena is fuckboy buckethead.
Yeah, I know that, but you don't, like, that's the only reason why you promote him.
Hold on, Mike, do the retarded version of John Cena, please.
I don't think I could personally do the retarded version of John Cena. He kind of already looks like frickin' Frankenstein. I can't make him more retarded.
Just do a retarded.
He walks around like a fucking fruity pebble.
Just do it.
Hey, yo! Hey, yo!
Oh, shut up. Hold on. Do it again.
You can see me. I am the champion. Oh, you wanted to push? Take down your push. You want to go upside? No, you can't go upside. You want to go up downside? No, you can't go downside. You want me to do more than 5 moves? You can't do more than 5 moves.
You want me to do a hurricanrana?
I feel very.
That fucking truck again.
I feel violated of my Cena fandom.
It's okay.
It's okay,
Get
man.
a nice haircut, though.
You're that nerd in the classroom that gets picked on.
Cause
That's the upsetting part. He was the nerd in the classroom. He gets picked on.
fuck you.
Okay. But I digress. Let's move on. You guys wanted to talk about 2K15.
Oh, that fucking atrocity.
Oh.
Okay.
Now you guys use.
I have personally
Hold on, shut up.
played the game now.
what do you guys use for your what do they call them? Your
CAW organization, WWE 2K.
What does CAW even stand for? I don't
Create
know.
a wrestler.
What?
Create a wrestler.
Okay, so you guys have a CAW Wrestling Federation. Do you guys use 2K15 now that it's out?
No.
What do you
You
use?
see, as a player and a gamer who's also interested in writing stories, they eliminated a lot of features that allowed creation and allowed to create these spectacular looking moves that really struck people at their core. And that's the problem when you delete fucking story mode and go, oh, well, you know that thing that allows you to create cutscenes so that way you can work with characters and allow them to flush out who they're supposed to be? Yeah, sorry, we're going to delete that. Oh, you want to create a crazy over-the-top finishing move from the top rope, maybe your own custom finishing move? Yeah, fuck you. We're going to have our own stupid bullshit. You wanted to have a huge roster? Sorry, we're going to cut that shit in half.
Yep. Oh, you want to use users playlist and have your own custom theme songs from your hard drive?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're getting rid of that too.
Sorry, because we can fit in the extra shit, so that way you can buy the Xbox One and buy the newer copy, which probably will have all the deleted features. Which I'm gonna be
Excuse me.
honest,
Yes,
Hold
yes.
on. Shady.
Yes.
For the love of God Almighty, will you please tell whoever is messaging you to message you later? Because seriously, I don't know about the viewers, but that shit is annoying.
I think
The problem
it's
is, no. You know what the problem is? It's like a person who is fucking stupid and does corny things. To them, their corny things are funny, but to everyone else, they're annoying. But you, on the other hand, you are like a crazy person. You don't know
This sounds
you're
like
crazy.
a rib on me. Jesus.
A crazy person doesn't know that they're crazy. That's why they're crazy. So, Shady, we hear your phone, but you don't. Okay?
I've told both of them, the people who keep on doing it, to stop. But why should I stop? Because I'm doing a show.
Tell them if they don't freaking stop messaging you, then I'm gonna block your ass on contact. That's what I do.
Oh my fucking god!
Shit.
Okay. We can talk about the vibrating phone all day. And we can talk about the elephant in the room. I'm sorry, James.
Shut up.
But here's what the whole thing is. When I personally, James, played this fucking atrocity of a game, this horrible goddamn game, I looked at it and I'm like, okay, so the moves, they're all the same but slower. The punches, they're lackluster and look bullshit. And also, these new graphics that we were supposed to get?
You can't only get them on the Xbox One and or PS4.
Exactly. So what was the fucking point of selling it on the Xbox
360 and PlayStation 3
at all? What was the point of selling it to those two consoles? If you were going to legit be like, oh yeah, we're going to take in a lot of features so that way we can fit in another fucking title. And here's the problem, which I hate everybody who fucking bought this game for this one goddamn reason. Ready? Sting was in it.
Yep.
Sting was in it. I don't care about Ultimate Warrior.
Haven't we been able to create Sting for the past 5 years?
Yeah.
Exactly. And guess what? He's a lot better than the one that's in the game. He's broken. He's absolutely broken. And that's the problem when developers of a fucking game have a broken character and don't decide to patch that shit. Mm-hmm. Fix your fucking game and actually, here's an idea. Here's what my plan for 2K could have been. Ready? Release a wrestling game because of all the stuff that they need to put in every 2 years or maybe every year and a half.
That's what Street Fighter does.
Yeah, and you know what? They have been successful since 1991.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still going strong today. So I'm just saying, 2K, if you fuckers are listening to this, and if you want to ban me for using my Chris Benoit, you can't do it on 14, assholes. Because guess what? A lot of people use them because a lot of people like them.
And they might do it in 2K14 now. Rumor has it. I don't care. I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
Yeah, the land of fucking opportunity.
Hey, hold on a second. Shady, are you still there?
Shady's muted. I think you muted him.
Really?
Yes.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Out of anger.
All right, I'm gonna eject him and then invite him again.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, here he is. Did you mute yourself or something?
On accident. But no, I've been trying to say, like, you forget one thing that made 15 good. The one thing.
Don't say tits. I'm done if you say tits.
No.
Don't even say Lana. I'm done if you say Lana.
No, on both modes, they're done differently, but on all systems, you can finally play as NXT wrestlers.
It doesn't matter!
No. Ready? It's called Ready? People that can buy a $50 a year subscription to a console and download the fucking guys to their console for absolutely free instead of spending a $60 game price on top of the game they already fucking own from the year before. And ready? Wasting more goddamn money.
And not to mention, because of their new NXT system, you see, I think people seem to forget.
You all get 6 fucking guys.
Hold on.
Not just that. The roster from from this game compared to 2K14 is cut in half.
Hold on. Colin, I see you in the comments section. You said something about PS3 and 2K14. You said something about a carbon copy. Could you make that comment a little clearer? I don't understand. Because in the comment he said, "I have."
Hold on. Mike, I think knows what he's talking about.
I know what he's talking about, but he has to.
No, hold on. Let me read it first. He says, "I have it for PS3. It is a carbon copy of 2K14."
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
It's legit the same.
Oh, he's talking about
game.
2K15. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the exact same fucking game again.
The NXT guys.
It doesn't matter. All right. Here's the deal,
No,
okay?
no. Allow me from a professional.
I want to give my input on this because I'm sick of fucking people saying this. I'm sorry, Shady. I'm not trying to rash on you here, but I hate when people say this. Just because there are 6 different guys from NXT because people have been craving them to be in the goddamn game.
You
Okay?
can download
You can
them.
download them.
And
It's easy to download them off of the thing called Community Creation on Xbox Live. There is absolutely no reason. Nice job with the buzzer, by the way. There is absolutely no fucking reason why you should waste money to get this fucking game when it's an absolute carbon copy of 2K14 with a new
2K15.
two new mods.
2K15 with
No,
2 new modes that are
no,
the exact same fucking thing.
Yep.
No, but look. If you're gonna complain about that, then just get the one for the next gen. Get Xbox One.
No, because
It doesn't matter.
Ready? I shouldn't have to, as a gamer, as a person who spends the $50 for his fucking subscription every month to get these characters, to put them in my game, to have to spend $400 to $350 for a new fucking console.
Yep.
And ready? Hold on, this is the kicker. And then buy the fucking game, wait 6 months down the line to get everybody that was supposedly DLC for $1, maybe $2.
Mm-hmm.
I like to prove a point. When 2K14 came out with their game, everybody was bitching and complaining that they couldn't get The Undertaker. After 6 months, guess who we got? The Undertaker.
Oh, and the thing that pisses me off too, with this game especially, they have clones, legit clones, on the roster. They have 2 versions
Of
CM Punk.
Fucking guy.
Of CM Punk. Since we're on the topic of CM Punk earlier, they have 2 different versions of him.
Which
They
are
have
ready?
one from Money in the Bank, and then the other one is his nowadays to 12 to 13 or 13 to 14. And here's
It's
the
the
problem.
same fucking guy in a 4-year time period.
The
It
only-
could have been a costume. instead
Legit.
of wasting character space.
Exactly. The only difference is in the 2 different punks is the 11 and 12 one has a different Titantron,
That's
and
about
it's
it.
his next.
Hey, guys, I see something. One of our viewers, it was Colin. He said something about create a finisher.
Oh, yeah, that's been eliminated. Create a finisher is basically, since fucking SmackDown versus Raw, actually, where you
2010, I believe.
maybe 10 to
He also
9.
says that sound that Shady C's phone makes is kind of funny.
Okay. Well, it is kind of funny.
Yeah, it is.
But this is what I'm saying. If you're going to make a game and you're going to eliminate features such as the create a finisher mode, thank you very much, Colin. Ready? Here's the problem. When everybody online uses the goddamn thing, why in the blue ball fuck did you decide to be like, you know what's a great idea? What would that be? Oh, I'm going to eliminate some features so that way I can tell Vince McMahon that I love him and want to cuddle him.
Hey, I want to go back to
outta
something
here.
real quick. Hey, guys, I want to go back to something real quick. Colin was saying, imagine a fight between Brock Lesnar and CM Punk in UFC, and
Brock wins.
yeah, but they wouldn't do that in UFC, right?
Yeah, but
There's
Brock,
no way.
Brock like outweighs
Brock-
the guy.
Yeah, he outweighs the
He
guy.
outweighs the guy, out-heights the guy, and out-fucking shrinks the guy.
Colin, bro, I'm telling you this right now. It's not going to be like SummerSlam 2010. That fight would be over in like 10 seconds.
I don't care if CM Punk had brass knuckles underneath his
Yeah, but
Wait a minute,
you're
hold
talking
on.
about
Brock Smash!
you're talking about
Wait a minute,
CM
hold on.
Punk. You're
Hold on,
talking
hold on.
about you're talking
Hold
about
on.
CM Punk is a welterweight, middleweight, and
Yes.
Brock Lesnar's a heavyweight. There's no way they put him in a fight.
Yeah,
And
there's
if
no way
they
that they would
did,
put him in a fight.
if they did, this isn't WWE. This is UFC. CM Punk would get slaughtered.
CM Punk could actually get
Shout out
legally.
to
You get fucked.
shout out to Big Kev for that comment. He's absolutely right.
Wait a second. Okay, James and Mike. I just read a rebuttal to what you said about the game. Hold on. I gotta say this. I'm reading a debate between 2 people, one who loves 15 and one who says 14 is better. The 14 guy made a comment about the community creation for NXT you were talking about.
Yep.
And 15 guy said, "Listen here, fucktard. I don't want to play the versions of NXT that some faggot made in his basement. I want to play the WWE version of them."
Okay, well, that guy just wants what he wants. Could they have been DLC for 14? Of course.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. When somebody makes a better version of the fucking character that a $1 million company makes, then there's a fucking problem.
What are you talking about?
Okay, I'll prove a point. We'll take Sting right now. Here, James, take a seat.
Yep.
We'll take Sting right now to Sting that's community created by people in
2K14.
in 2K14 next to 15. For some fucking reason, he looks 5 times goddamn better than the one that's in 15. That's upsetting when somebody
That's
sits
interesting.
there. Because it's... Okay, have you ever heard of modifications? People that go in and modify a game and fix it?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, here's the thing. It's like a modification. With this, you get to create your own content and give it to other people. It's free, which is nice. But here's the problem. When fans of the game, people that make the game better by putting in these custom characters, which look absolutely phenomenal most of the time. There's some people that are still getting into it. It's upsetting that they do a lot better than a $1 million organization that has people designing characters for a fucking living.
I don't know. I've seen one guy who posts on Facebook his created version of the Mountie, and the fucking guy looked like John Cena in a Mountie uniform.
Well, because that's the joke.
Yeah.
They have Super Cena, for fuck's sake. Legit Superman Cena. But that's, again, those are joke characters. But if you look in and you say, hey, I want to check out Kurt Angle, I will say this. The Kurt Angle that's in that fucking game, for some goddamn reason, looks a lot like the Kurt Angle that's in the TNA Impact game that came out in 2009. And by the way, when a company like Microsoft, that's never made a wrestling game before, makes a better fucking wrestling game than the one that's out now, there's a problem when that thing was made. What would you say, James? 4, maybe 5 years ago?
I thought the gameplay was more fun in TNA Impact, the video game, than it was with definitely with WWE 13. 2K14 is alright, but it doesn't match up to TNA Impact gameplay.
But dude, I played TNA Impact. It was like the controls were weird. I found
the controls are weird. It's a
once you get a hang of it though, it's so fun because you get to play as Sanjay Dutt and Tomko, which is, by the way, a really great team. I'm surprised TNA didn't do it. But anyway,
no, it wasn't Sanjay.
Whatever.
No game.
Not Sanjay.
Hold on.
Senshi. I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Senshi.
No game will ever have better control than No Mercy.
I agree. I am a No Mercy.
Yeah. Testify, my bro.
I am a No Mercy fucking guy till the day I die. There is no game that will ever beat that.
Dude, there are guys on
If
YouTube.
WWE was smart, they would take the software that they still have from No Mercy
They can.
and just put it.
No, AKI owns that. AKI owns that.
Just take everything in that cartridge, okay? Take it all. Update the graphics, and I'm happy.
Okay.
That's
okay.
it.
Do you own as we've talked about
Hold
before,
on,
you own
James.
a Mac computer?
Hold on. Yeah, you own a Mac.
Hold on. Before you say what you're gonna say, have you seen some of the mods people have made of like John Cena, Edge, and Christian, like the newer ones from No Mercy?
Yeah.
Those are incredible.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing, is that those are community-created things. I'd like to prove a point. There's a game which is known as Doom, for one of the first ever first-person shooting games of all time. Somebody came in for 12 years of his life.
I love that great game, bro. I grew up on that game.
Here's something that you get to look up on YouTube because it's fucking insane. This guy took Doom as a concept, reworked it, rewired it, gave you better weapons, better guns, and more brutal fucking shit, and calls it Brutal Doom.
Yep.
It took him 12 years to fix the engine, and it is so goddamn brutal, it's ridiculous. It's like one of those things that it's fan-created, and he's not asking for a fucking cent.
Yep.
Which is, I can't believe that I'm saying this. Why aren't companies hiring random people that are modifying games for a fucking living.
Yep.
Don't pay
It's
them.
kind of like why isn't WWE hiring smart fans to write storylines?
Exactly.
Here's the problem with that, though. Some fans have good ideas, some fans don't. So what you got to do is find the middle line. Hell, I even talked to
That's
James
bullshit.
about this. He goes, that's the whole thing, is that there are some fans that write okay storylines. There are some fans that you're like, that's not going to work in this context of the story so far. And then there's some fans you're like, that absolutely is going to fucking work. So you got to find the middle ground. All three stories.
It's called Paul Heyman, Dutch Mantel, and Jim Ross in a fucking creative meeting. There you
And
go.
here comes the high five.
Yep.
So
Boom shakalaka.
So putting NBC writers and guys from fucking Hollywood is a better solution?
No, hell no. That's why I just said it's called Paul Heyman, Dutch Mantel, and fucking Jim Ross in a fucking creative meeting. God damn it, Shady, with your goddamn phone.
Yeah, but Vince hates Jim Ross. Stephanie hates Paul Heyman. Isn't it funny how every one of the McMahons hates somebody who's done good and creative?
Oh, wait a minute, Vince. What is your idea of best for business? You say you're willing to put your ego aside. Okay, where's your fucking ego with Heyman, Dutch Mantel, and Jim? Where are they?
Well, did he fire Jim
Love to
Ross?
know. Love to fucking know.
Yeah, but did he? Oh, by the way, that's also something that we got to learn about playing 15. You know how everybody likes Jim Ross's commentary in wrestling games?
You know
I
how...
love
please let
Jim
me
Ross's
finish.
commentary.
Guess what? Guess who fucking replaced the greatest sports announcer of all time?
when it came...
Michael Cole.
Fucking Cole.
Oh, wait. Ready?
Mother.
2002.
In the game, for 2002 match between Shawn Michaels and Triple H in the rivalry mode of 2K15.
They replaced.
Whoa. They took out someone who was historically there and put that. Oh my God.
Yeah, they think we're fucking stupid. You were right. They think we're fucking stupid.
Well, hey,
You want to know what JBL has said? JBL has said that Michael Cole is the best commentator he's ever seen.
JBL can also be a great kiss ass for the Authority in storyline and in real life.
Well, it's okay. He's the wrestling god.
Oh yeah, no, he's more the god.
Yeah, the guy that ruined the Ruthless Aggression era.
Oh yeah, he killed that. The
What
only
was that?
matches was
Shady,
matches.
Shady, what were you trying to say, Shady?
I was gonna say, in fairness, they did the same shit a few years ago when they had that whole Attitude Era game. I think that was 13. I think that was WWE
No,
13.
but that's the whole thing.
Yeah, that was 13.
Hold on.
That's the whole thing. They had audio from Jim fucking Ross.
Let me finish. No, they had the old matches back when Bobby the Brain and Gorilla Monsoon did it, and replaced them with JR and Lawler. They've been fucking doing this shit for years, replacing commentators.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing, is that JR and Lawler are the most iconic sports announcing team of all time.
Yep.
Which, okay, that's fine. You know, if you're going to replace Bobby the Brain Heenan, who's right now doesn't even know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
He has dementia. He doesn't know who the fuck he is at the moment.
We're probably Buck is pretty sure that Vince has dementia.
It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't surprise me at this moment. But this is what I'm saying. If you're trying to replace a commentary team that cannot commentate for wrestling games anymore, that's fine. But when the guy is still okay, it can still commentate fucking matches. Here's an idea next time, guys. If you're going to do historical matches like you did with fucking the Attitude Era, use historical audio.
Boom.
You know, like
Boom.
every fucking thing Vince McMahon says in fucking 13.
What now? What, Buck?
I was saying boom.
Yep.
Hold on. Gabe Tuft, a UFC fighter, said this. Listen to this. This is an update on the. He said, "So when Punk whined when Ryback was too stiff in the ring, can't wait to see him in UFC. # fueling the fire."
Okay.
That's good publicity.
Great publicity. Fan-fucking-tastic. Great job. You want a fucking cookie there, bro? Okay, let me tell you something that's different between UFC scheduling and WWE fucking scheduling, since you morons can't seem to put that through your fucking skulls.
Break it down, my brother. Break it down.
UFC is a fight once every month. Some cases, once every 2 months.
Depending on the schedule.
Depending on the scheduling and how the person's booked in the UFC card.
Which, by the way, WWE, take note of.
Hold on, there's another one. Hold on.
No. Hold on. Before you say the other one, let me say this to this
You get this
person.
Next one.
The fact that you're saying that, let's not forget that CM Punk is on the road in WWE, not even that amount of short days. Constantly. 300 days out of a fucking year. And meanwhile, he's busting his ass and getting a name for himself, busting his name to get a name for the fucking company. And meanwhile, he's wrestling multiple fucking nights during the fucking week. The only days he gets off is basically Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And sometimes those are radio days, those are shoot days to promote the company and himself. So he does not ever have a day off. Okay?
Hey,
he works
do you
365 out of the year pretty much.
Hey.
And you're telling me that a guy like Ryback, who's roided out of his mind, I'm just going to say it right fucking now.
Well, not anymore. But
Don't even give me that bullshit.
I don't.
And then he goes and basically takes 20 years off of his life. You know why? Because Ryback botches God knows how many fucking moves. Okay? You tell me how that's fueling the fire. Yes, UFC is more of a brutal sport. I'm not going to deny that. That point is valid. But the fact that the scheduling is completely...
Well, okay.
Hold on. Because Buck has to speak too. The fact that fucking the WWE scheduling compared with the UFC scheduling it's fucking obsolete. There's no comparison. You can clearly tell.
I believe Shady wanted to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have 2 more tweets to read you that are interesting. John Bones Jones, the UFC light heavyweight champion, tweeted this.
Fucking monster.
Yeah.
He sarcastically, hold on, listen, y'all. He sarcastically tweeted, "Wow, Punk coming to UFC. Breaking news! I'm headlining WrestleMania 31."
Again, I'll say it. It's the UFC guys being tough on the new guy, and especially because he has never been in UFC. He's never been in that type of competitive.
And because they consider professional wrestling, not a sport, and because it's fake.
But here's my philosophy on it, if you don't mind.
Actually, yeah.
When 2 guys get into a UFC fight, how long are their fights? Roughly from 3 minutes each round, which is roughly 3 rounds, to 5 minutes each round, which is roughly 3 rounds. So from 12 to
I've seen a
15 minutes,
UFC fight finish in a minute.
Yeah, or even a fucking second, depending on your guy, like Andrei Arlovsky. But here's my point of view. When you're a wrestler, right, at WrestleMania, the biggest fucking event of the year, right? How long are usually the WrestleMania matches? 30 to an hour?
Yep.
I would love to see a UFC guy do half the shit that the wrestlers have to do.
Exactly.
In that type of time span. Here, I'll prove a point. They want to watch one of the most historical fucking matches of all time? Fine. Watch Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart in the fucking
Iron Man match.
Okay, guess what? AJ Lee also tweeted. She said, "I am the proudest wife in the world."
Holy shit, they got married. That's a present.
You didn't know this?
I thought that they were still dating, but that's my point of view.
They fucking got married. The dude, I told you, the guy got fired on his wedding day. He got married to AJ Lee.
Was that the day that I was eating a sandwich?
This kid's being a person. I'm sorry.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm a dinosaur.
Oh, whatever.
This shit.
Anyway.
Get the fuck out of here. I'll touch you.
Don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me. Anyway.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, I mean, whatever.
Punk's gonna do what he has to do. I hope, in my point of view, I hope he fucking knocks out the first guy he gets, or he puts the guy so hard into a chokehold he breaks his collarbone.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful. Yeah, you really are a violent kid.
Dude, I will whack you in the back of the head with a friggin' pipe and slowly start whispering in your ear. Hi. Just to say I could do it.
Okay.
But I'm also the guy that decided to knock out 10 kids in the park after you decide to kick one of them in the balls and say, I'll kick you out in the
Why
nuts.
are we revealing this on the Google? You know what? Never mind.
Hey, you know what? It's good to allow people
Guess
to
what?
understand.
Guess what? No more vibration. There, it's gone.
Yeah, now. After like 5
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Oh, my brother testify.
So let me ask you this.
Okay.
So far, I've read through. There have been 4 UFC fighters commenting, all saying basically saying what a joke Punk is. What do you think about that?
It's a professional thing.
Hold on, let Buck go first.
I think that they are going to be in for a rude awakening. Because you know what's scarier about CM Punk? Nobody knows what he's capable
His
of.
Pepsi tattoo.
His
The scariest thing of CM Punk is his Pepsi tattoo.
Nobody knows what he's capable of. Straight up.
Because he works for Cobra.
He works for Cobra.
Yeah, he works for Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
Wait, how does that have anything to do with it? You know what? Why don't we get back on topic before you fucking fuck this whole thing up?
I'm not fucking anything up. I'm just saying he works for Cobra and he also has a Pepsi logo.
Buck,
Which, by the way, what fucking
Come on.
tattoo guy in the world goes, I'm going to give you a Pepsi logo?
Hold on, Buck. Don't they argue like a couple?
Fuck you guys.
Okay.
Right there. No.
You guys sound like a couple.
Okay, Mike even admitted it. We do.
We do.
What? Buck, you're muted. Why are you muted?
He's part of reading.
How's he? Oh, he's reading?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, here we go. We got, yeah. Okay. So, now you're back to being muted. Okay.
Fuck it, whatever.
Buck is masturbating.
Stop masturbating, Buck. Come on, we got it. We can't lose viewers
He's
because of your thing.
masturbucking.
He's Shut the fuck up, you cheesy fucker.
Buck,
Anyway.
I don't fuck cheese. What's wrong with you?
There's no vibration.
There was no vibration. It's such a good vibration.
All right. Well, whenever Buck comes on, because I think we talked about the Punk thing. We talked about our feelings on 15.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's the vibration.
No, but again, they're gonna give the new guy a hard time, especially because of his background. So I mean, don't blame the guys that are making the comments. It's based off profession thing,
I blame pro wrestling to make it. It's not really pro
fault.
wrestling.
It's Vince's
but
fault for calling it entertainment.
Yeah, and it's also Vince's fault for making it as bad as it is today.
Yeah, I know. He called it entertainment so he could get a tax reduction on this company. Oh, nobody knew that?
Hey, Buck, can you hear us?
Yeah. Sorry, I had to mute for a second.
Okay, so you remember how we were talking about on
Hold
the show?
on, yo, Shady.
Yes, sir.
A certain friend of yours, or former friend of yours, just asked to join Wrestling Plus One.
Well, she did promote the fuck out of us, dude. So maybe.
No, not her.
Who?
You're on Rock and Talk with the Daniels.
Dude, let him in. He's got to see our victory. We're doing better than we were before. I'm gonna rub it in his slimy little face.
All right, let's not.
He's probably watching right now.
Wait. Why is his face so full of DX jizz? What happened?
Because
don't worry about it.
Because he sucked your dick.
My dick is not full of green slime. I did not have a one night in China.
Did you have sex with Slimer from the fucking Ghostbusters? You freak?
Okay, guys, we're getting off topic here. I think people don't want to know about that.
Yeah, no, really.
I think people just want to listen and hear what we have to say about WWE and CM Punk and 2K15. Anything else you guys want to add about 2K15?
Well, I mean, I'll give my final thing on this, that the game sucks. Don't fucking buy it. Go buy something. Listen, as I said before on the little YouTube fucking thing that I put up a while ago, go buy another fucking game. This isn't like the only wrestling game out there. You go buy a Nintendo 64. Go play some good fucking games. Go play Nintendo. Get the fuck out of here.
I will say, as a person
Make the fucking game.
to be a gamer but isn't anymore, That face scan thing really attracted me. I want the game with the fucking face scan.
Okay.
Yeah,
right?
for the new gen system.
No. But here's the problem. Ready? You know what's wrong with the face scan?
What?
You look like your face just fucking melted 5 inches down. It doesn't work. It's broken. Get it right? EA fucking Sports.
Jamie, I think this is going to make more people want to get the next-gen systems.
That's not going to make anybody buy it because the only company that got it right was fucking EA Sports, and that was with boxing, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, with boxing.
With boxing and football.
Fight Night Championship was the name of the boxing title that they did it out with, and they did it right.
Yeah, and you know what was good about that fucking game? The entire game was good.
Yeah, no, they didn't take out anything either.
No,
From Fight Night round
they added more in.
How about this? I got a great idea. You guys are going to love this question.
Okay,
we can end this segment with a great thing. This is going to be a 2-part question for both of you, since you both know a lot about games.
Okay.
Now, answer ask both parts. What do you think will be in 2K16, and what do you hope will be in 2K16? Think and hope.
2K16, ready? 2K is going to look at the fuck up that they created. Maybe with the new Xbox when it came out that allows you better graphics and possibly better gameplay, you're going to get some more bullshit to play with. But here's the problem. If they've already confirmed that there's no create story fucking mode and create a finisher mode, then there's going to be a problem. I hope that 16 will fix the problems. I hope that they realize stop being fucking idiots and actually be like, yeah, how do we go back to the old system and how it worked?
Yep.
But now, what do you think they'll do? What do you hope? What do you hope?
They're gonna fuck it up again. You'll see. Either it works either way. They're gonna fuck it up so bad that I'm not gonna play it, or they're gonna fuck it up to a good point that I really want to play it and see how good it is.
Who just left the room?
Well, that was Buck's laptop that left the room.
No, I'm here. I'm here. Don't worry.
All right, so you can easily end this if you.
No, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. We're good.
All right.
We got a couple of comments.
Okay, I'd love to hear from.
So Big Kev says, if you can fake a punch, then you can surely make one land. It's harder to control a punch to stop it than to follow through. Any athletic, or I guess he meant to say any athlete with a little MMA training can be a threat and shouldn't be rolled off so quickly.
Oh yeah. Ken fucking Shamrock used to really hurt people back in the WWF. I don't call it the Attitude Era because it's.
Hey Kevin, that was a good
bullshit title.
Kevin, I agree.
Yeah, Kevin, that's a really good point. And
Kevin
Kevin also says people act like WWE stars aren't athletes and won't cut it in UFC. Don't forget that these guys are tough, strong, athletic dudes that can fuck someone up. And you know what? I agree. I agree because
I agree.
All right, can I prove a point with this?
I think professional wrestlers have more endurance than UFC guys because they're in the ring sweating it out longer.
And they have a more of a longer road schedule than UFC guys. And if I can make a point, wrestler. Not just Goldberg. Goldberg's a special one, but
he ain't no special one. It's called training your fucking ass off to be a machine.
Let me say this right now. When it comes to pro wrestlers being stronger than UFC fighters, let's talk about the incident that happened with Sheamus and Sin Cara back in I want to say like a year ago. I think it was and Hunico was Sin Cara at this point. Hunico won the fight against Sheamus. Okay? And Sheamus is a big fucking dude. And he fucking won the fight. So, he may not have MMA background, but that just goes to show that wrestlers have a longer endurance, especially if they're quick, agile, and have more of a light weight to them than, say, a big guy.
And what was the early question, actually, between Brock and Punk? Right? If I'm thinking about it now. Didn't we have a conversation with Victor today about something? Which was, and I remember saying this exactly to Jason.
I get on with it.
When you're fighting a guy who's stronger, bigger than you, you got to use the one biggest muscle in the body, which is your head.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe he would outsmart him. I have no idea.
So you can give him head?
Shady, you and your perverted mind, bro.
You just said he's got to use his head.
Yeah. He's got to use his brain.
Oh.
He's got to outthink the competition, which is the only way to win against bigger fucking guys.
Yep.
You got to either outmaneuver him or fucking outthink him.
Which is what athletic, smaller guys
that's
have a more tendency to do.
And that's the whole thing, is that Punk exactly is the perfect wrestling prodigy because he can think 5 steps ahead in every match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I cannot say he's never had a bad match.
Yep.
That, to my recollection, maybe he has, maybe in the past, but
besides, well, let's not talk about the 2014 matches that were watered down because he was so out of shape because of how WWE treated him. But besides that,
hey, shout out to Kev. Kev, great points. Kev is elaborating more. He's saying that wrestlers run and flip. You gotta, you need lungs for that. And Colin,
yeah, they're gonna have
talking,
high lung capability.
Hold on, Colin, you're saying better superstars, creative finisher, better fucking roster. Do you mean 2K14 or 15?
I think he means 2K14 on that one. He said 2K14 is better.
He mentioned something about Yoshitatsu also knocked out Sheamus. I don't know what he's talking about there.
Oh yeah, Yoshitatsu hit him so fucking hard, if I remember correctly, with a roundhouse kick that he knocked him clear out in the middle of either it was in the middle of the parking lot, in the middle of the ring. Maybe it might have been backstage.
I think it was a backstage encounter, but that was not.
But again, Tatsu has martial arts background, so Sheamus is a little fucked as a friggin'.
Oh, by the way, I don't mean to switch off topic here. Yeah, it's his phone again. I don't mean to switch off topic here. But did anybody see the botched Styles clash with Styles and Tatsu?
You talking where he broke his neck?
Yep.
Did he really break his neck?
Yeah, he did.
I don't know. Why don't you take a look?
He did it with him.
Oh God.
Steve Austin.
I mean, I don't know how he could have possibly not, and they're faking that in storyline because that looked fucking brutal. Maybe at this point they're gonna make it a gimmick of his, which would actually be really terrifying. But I honestly, it was confirmed that Tatsu at least broke his neck. I'm not sure about the other guy in New Japan.
I want to go back to Colin. He said that when he was talking about 2K16, that it would probably be better superstars, better creative finisher, and
what we
better
said
roster.
about 15. Look what we fucking got.
Yeah, that's what we said about 15,
See,
and this is what
from
we got.
this point on, I know one thing. And this should have been the first thing that I thought of, but I'm such a fucking idiot sometimes. Don't let the trailer, the beautiful fucking trailer, confuse you.
Oh, you can't lie. That trailer was very seductive.
It was, and it made you want to buy the game, especially when Sting was to pronounce the fucking pre-order DLC. But because of this fucking atrocity of a game and how bad it is. Oh, and by the way, the OMG moments. Guess what's an OMG? Wait, I think it's funny. The fucking Cesaro swing is an OMG moment.
Yep. No,
I'm sorry. That's not an oh my god moment in a game. An oh my god moment is him using the goddamn Swiss Death uppercut. If you're gonna make anything an OMG, that's that.
So I've decided that
don't buy it.
No, I don't even play video games anymore. So whatever. I only play computer games. But all I'm gonna say is that
modification on Wayne.
When it comes to Raw and WWE, I'm really starting to give up on Raw. I really don't want to watch Raw anymore because I have better things to do in those 3 hours that I waste.
Oh, Mike,
okay?
you have experience.
Oh yeah, I have boycotted the living fuck out of Monday Night Raw.
But before we move on to that, I just got a message from another viewer saying, what about when Brock Lesnar fucked up Ryback and gave him a black eye? I've never heard about that. Do you guys care to elaborate?
Oh God, I feel like I remember that.
Yeah, that was as soon as Brock Lesnar returned and Ryback was still in developmental house show training. I think at that point, I'm sorry, it was the second time Lesnar returned in 2000 and It was 2013.
I think it might have been 2013. I don't know.
I don't know.
I gotta double check.
I think it was in 2013, and it was like when Ryback was on the scene and he was fighting Cena and everything. And yeah, that's what ended up happening was that they got into a backstage altercation, and Lesnar and him ended up getting into a fight, and then Ryback got fucked. Flat out, he got fucked. He got fucked bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so going back to, I didn't watch Raw this week. I just listened to Bruce Blitz's review, and shout out to Issa for that question. Thanks, Issa, for contributing to the conversation. And anyone else out there watching, you can always just comment or, yeah, just comment below, and we'll see your comment, and we'll bring it up. But yeah. I did not watch Raw. I'm glad I didn't because there was a 20-minute talking promo in the beginning. I am so, like, I just can't begin to tell you what is wrong with WWE. There's so much wrong with it. They start every Monday
so
Night
they pulled
Raw.
The TNA.
No, TNA's actually started shows with wrestling.
Now I'm talking about 2013 TNA.
Like, yeah, like
see
late
what I'm
2013.
fucking saying?
So,
see what I'm saying?
Late 2013 and 2010 were probably some of the worst times for TNA. That's what he's talking about.
When they decided to have every fucking show with either Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff, Dixie Carter, or the Aces and Eights.
Yep. Or Immortal before Aces and Eights.
Just saying, like that's all you would fucking see was
they tried. Listen,
awesome.
They tried to relive the WCW days through TNA, and it fucked up TNA.
Well, okay, everybody complains that it was all Eric Bischoff's fault, but Eric Bischoff designed most of the matches used by TNA today.
Yeah. I mean, and he also did TNA Reaction, but I definitely wouldn't. I would only put him in TV production and match design.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a good manager. The guy knows how to make a card and knows how to push the right guys.
So let me just bring up this point real quick, and I brought this up.
Evolution huge.
I brought this up on the show on Blog Talk Radio a couple hours ago. Okay.
Yeah, the thing that you ranted about.
I want to break this down a little. I ranted about a lot of shit, but I want to break this down a little bit more. So, you got John Cena on top, right?
Yep.
He is the babyface of the company, whether we like it or not, and he's up there. Who else is over as John Cena is? No one. There is no one else who is over. Hold on.
Nah, he's right.
I'm not talking about with fans. I'm not talking about with fans. I'm talking about with the fans and the company. The company is pushing only John Cena, and whoever isn't John Cena is under John Cena. Now let's see. Let's make a list right now.
Unless you're Randy Orton, actually, he's right. Unless you're Randy Orton.
Well, Randy Orton has been pussified to complete crap, so I'm not even going to mention him. Okay? So, let's put it this way. Let's see who WWE has fed to John Cena and who they dropped the ball with. And I'm going to start with Cesaro, who Vince McMahon totally screwed over with that interview on Steve Austin's podcast. Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, his career is pretty much over at this point.
Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger. Who else? Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt. Who else? Come on, guys. There's more. Randy Orton's been always getting second fiddle, and he's been pussified.
Not all the time. No, he's won a lot of matches.
Well, you know, Randy Orton would be a better anti-hero, but they don't want anti-heroes anymore. They want, oh, he's a hero. He can never do anything wrong. Bullying is bad.
No, he's I liked him. I liked Randy Orton in 2009.
The Legend Killer.
No, that wasn't the Legend Killer. That was the birth of the Viper character. That was when, on an infamous episode of Monday Night Raw, they did this so perfectly. By the way, I will give them credit on that. Although the rest of the show was shit because I remember it.
All right. Listen, there's also other people. Who's that other guy? I forgot his name. Who?
There have been other guys. Kenny Dykstra was one of them. Alex Riley is another. R-Truth is another one. John Morrison has been another. I'm not counting The Miz because The Miz we all agree is not. Really
He's stupid.
great.
There's someone else. He was over, and I remember they had him in a neck brace for a while.
Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder.
There is other guys, not just Zack Ryder. I mean, they've had the Nexus.
Oh, the Nexus was awesome.
Yeah, but when
Which
they
one?
The original 8. All right, I will say this about the Nexus. I will say this: like 4 out of those 8 guys were very, very green. The only ones that weren't green were at that time were David Otunga because he was all right, Justin Gabriel, Wade Barrett, and Heath Slater. Those are the only 4 guys that weren't.
Guys, I mean, John Cena has been pushed to the moon for 10 years. Steve Austin, The Rock, and all these other guys, 3 years, 4 years max. No one cares anymore. And what's up with Eric Rowan? Who cares about Eric Rowan? And why is Big Show still wrestling?
I would love that guy to get fucking pushed.
I actually do like Eric Rowan. Because Eric Rowan and my...
Shady, what do you think about what we're saying? I know that you have an opinion on this.
You mean on the Legend Killer gimmick?
No.
Dude, that was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, dude, Cena and like people that have kind of played something.
We just listed almost about 20 people who've been buried either by John Cena or by creative.
Well, I think Kenny Dykstra really had a future ahead of him. I mean, he was good on
Damien Sandow. Damien Sandow's another one.
Oh, Damien Sandow, yeah.
But no, the reason why I was blanked out for a minute, I was looking at Randy Orton pictures from the Legend Killer days, and I fucking missed that shit. That was some cool fucking shit.
I liked it too, but the reason why I like the Viper character more, at least when it started, not so much now, but when it started, it was such a great character because the infamous Monday Night Raw where Orton was about to get fired by Vince, and then he slaps him in the face, kicks him down into the ring, and then the infamous punk kick was fully taken into effect. Because the only other time he used it was, I think, on Rob Van Dam before, and then he used it on Vince again, and then the punk kick was just...
Hey, James, since you're a John Cena fan, I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Why on earth is it when other guys take bumps, they sell their injuries, but with John Cena, it's like he refuses to sell injuries? Why?
Because he doesn't like to show weakness. He doesn't like to show weakness.
Yeah, I agree.
Fuckboy Buckethead. He's a fuckboy Buckethead.
No, I want to, because my thing is, I think mainly because he doesn't want to show weakness.
Especially in front of his children.
By the way, if that's your phone vibrating, Buck, wow, tables have turned. But anyway, I think those are comments, so if you could check those real quick.
Yeah, that's not me vibrating.
I know that. It's Buck. Can you check the comments? Because I think we're getting like a shit ton of comments.
Buck doesn't bitch when it's him doing the vibrating.
Let me check the comments. Hold on.
Buck's not like vibrating.
Big Kev says, recently Stone Cold has said in an interview that he had a bigger impact and legacy in... Hold on. I gotta get the whole comment out. Yeah, this thing's a little retarded over here.
You gotta get it fucking fixed.
You gotta get it fixed, bro. You gotta get it fucking fixed.
And sorry about the text. It's one of our viewers. I told him 1,000,000 times, do not text me when I'm doing a show, but, you know, with some people you just can't... Whatever.
Exactly. Thank you.
Wow, the tables have turned.
The tables have... Hey, do the Stewie.
Oh, yo, dude, go.
Oh, look, it looks like the tables have turned.
Would you get back in here? What are you doing over there?
I don't know, I'm just looking for things.
Get away from his penis.
No, it's not that. Stop looking at porn.
I love to.
No, we're kidding, obviously, guys.
Okay, so Stone Cold recently said in an interview that he had a bigger impact and legacy in the WWF/WWE than Hulk Hogan ever did. What do you guys think after your current conversation, of course. So we'll save that for later. And yeah, I just want to ask you guys, what is the fate of Bray Wyatt and all the other members of the Wyatt family? Why are they doing such a piss poor job pushing these guys?
All right, here's my thing. I will say that Luke Harper, I wouldn't say he's completely all hopeless, because the guy is IC champion, although it probably doesn't mean as much anymore. But
no one gives a shit about the IC championship. The IC championship hasn't been relevant since CM Punk held it.
That's awkwardly true.
Yeah, it really is. All right, let me
fucking depressed.
Can I talk about the Punk podcast real quick? No, not the Punk podcast.
Oh my God! Hold on.
It wasn't me.
It's this guy. He keeps texting me. Dude, Issa, stop texting me, dude. Because every time you do it, the vibration sound comes up on the Hangout.
Okay. Anyway.
Issa, I fucking love you.
Stab a bitch.
I think Issa's doing it personally just to make sure, like, hey, he kind of can't control it. But anyway.
Thank you, Issa.
Anyway, no, I'm kidding. My thing with the Steve Austin show, this is the thing that pissed me off when Vince said this. Titles, they don't mean anything. Did anybody else catch that?
Bullshit, bro. I can't believe he said that.
Though?
I can't believe he said that.
He fucking said that. Anybody else catch that? I want anybody in the comment section right now. Was I the only one that heard that? It's all about the T-shirt sales. It's all about money and all this and that and blah 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 and who people are interested in. The title, yeah, sure, it means something a little bit. Am I the only one that heard that?
Well, he didn't say it meant nothing.
It doesn't matter. That's still fucking shit. Okay? It doesn't matter, because I don't care if your wrestling company is called Professional Wrestling.
I'm going to bed.
All right, you're going to bed?
Yeah.
Okay, Mike's going to bed, guys.
All right, good night, Mike.
Talk to you guys later, bro.
Thanks for your input.
No problem. If you have any questions, go visit my website at IDon'tGiveAFuck.com.
So, my deal is, when it comes to this, how do titles not mean anything in wrestling? Okay, and I want to say that right now. I don't care if you're a professional wrestling or sports entertainment, quote unquote. If you have titles, and it's
hey guys, just for a second, I want to cut you off for a second. Can you imagine if this guy, his name's Big Kev, is Kevin Castle?
Oh my God, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Because his name is Big Kev, and I know that Don Tony calls him Kev.
Hey, Big Kev, reveal yourself. No, I'm kidding. If you're Kevin Castle, we will find you. We will Liam Neeson you. Anyway, no. So yeah, my deal is, what I don't care if your wrestling company is pro wrestling or sports entertainment. If the name of your company is World Wrestling Entertainment, guess what that means that you need to focus on? Championships, how they're presented, how they are carried. You know what the Intercontinental title carried back in the day? It carried the future of the main event scene, because what ended up happening, I'm pretty sure 90% of the guys back then became World or WWE champion.
No,
what happened?
You're wrong. Let me tell you, you're wrong. The first man in WWF at the time history who was Intercontinental Champion, who went on to become the WWF Champion, was Randy Savage in '89. Before then, the Intercontinental guys stayed within their little division, and the WWF Heavyweight Champion. For example, Hogan. What does he have in common with most champions back then? Most heavyweight champions, Bruno Sammartino was never an Intercontinental Champion, neither was Hulk Hogan. In those days, they stayed in their own little division and were happy about it.
I'm not talking about back in the 80s. I'm talking about in like in the later 80s into the 90s.
Oh.
Like, I'm talking about, like, when it was represented as the future of the organization. From the late 80s to early 90s, and even the early 2000s to mid-2000s. Because the last guy to really hold it was CM Punk and actually win a world title.
Do you know what I honestly think about this whole thing?
What?
I think they should just retire the Intercontinental Championship. Do you know why? Because now that the NXT Championship is there, it's become the new de facto Intercontinental Championship. If you think about it, if the IC title was for the new guys, the guys that are coming up, then that's really the NXT title. So that means the IC title just holds no, purpose.
Okay. And here's my deal on that, too. Here's an example of that. 2 guys out of the 3 of that triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship used to be on NXT. And what ended up happening? You got one of the greatest matches of the year that's probably not going to be looked at by WWE as a great match of the year because they like story in their matches. I'm going to say it. I think story should be in matches a lot of the time, but not every single goddamn match has to have a story. I'm sorry. There's no need for, like, especially for a lower card division, if you know you could get a great match with them, what's the point of trying to have a freaking story? The story is, you want to be
That
the
wasn't
best.
me, by the way. That was Shady.
No, I know that. You want to be the best. I want to be the best. Let's see who the best is, and let's fight over the IC title or the NXT title or something like that. There's no other story you can put for that. And in the end, you know what it is about. You know what the prize is on the line, and you'll get a great match out of it. And if they think that they can deliver great matches and they can deliver a great story while telling matches, well, then guess what? That's when you push them in the main event scene. And there's been a constant amount of guys that have been there, that have literally been that close, and then the rug gets pulled out from underneath them. And I want to know why. Because there is no reason whatsoever why this shit has to keep happening.
Hey, wait a minute. Richard Sellers on the No DQ group said if Punk has any balls, he'll make his first fight against a champion the caliber of Brock Lesnar.
That's just stupid.
Tell this guy to go suck a chode. And have him kill himself by shoving a bunch of Ebola intestines filled shit so he could die.
This guy's a fucking idiot. Kimbo Slice won his first MMA fight. Kimbo Slice lost to a guy smaller than him.
I'm sorry if people got offended by the Ebola comment.
I got a story that we didn't get a chance to talk about on the show, and I want to talk about it now. It's basically just something that everybody knows. I'm going to read this real quick. Vince McMahon has claimed countless times that TNA Wrestling is not competition to the WWE brand. However, don't tell that to TNA Dixie Carter. She feels that Vince's claim of TNA not being competition to WWE is ridiculous. She recently spoke with the Royal Ramblings blog of the Huffington Post to talk about this and various other things. Regarding Vince's claims of TNA not being competition, Dixie had this to say, and I quote, "Well, I think it's ridiculous to say that we're not competition. If we weren't competition, then they wouldn't try to stop our growth at every turn. We're both wrestling companies and so competing for the same networks internationally and the same ticket sales globally. And therefore, you are competitors. But all we can do is focus on what we do best. My big focus for 2015 is to further distinguish our product from anybody else's out there. What we can do better and what we have been doing great that we can take to another level. We're going to be announcing in the coming weeks some really exciting changes to our show. And that's a big part. Trying to make our brand much more distinctive than not just WWE,
but other wrestling companies around the world. End quote.
And I'm going to say it flat out that don't tell Vince McMahon that she said that Vince McMahon's company is a pro wrestling company. He'll get mad.
Okay, so to many, Dixie is off base with her comments. TNA has failed to do well in ratings with Spike TV, blah, 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 all old news. Cut ties, okay. TNA now signed with Discovery Communications, Destination America. Blah, 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 blah. Shady, stop, please.
Not his fault, it's doing it to you too.
Here's the point. Dixie has a point, though. If TNA was not competition, why would WWE add them to the no-compete clauses of their talent when they're released? CM Punk and Alberto Del Rio, who both love and respect each other and have confirmed each other's stories, confirmed that TNA was part of their no-compete. Both were able to get the no-compete clause thrown out in the settlements. Ha-ha! However, it is interesting that a company not considered competition is blocked by the company who claims such. Dixie also claims she spoke with... Oh, my God. Before I move on to what I'm about to read, here's what I'm going to say. So, CM Punk and Alberto Del Rio both had that no-compete thing thrown out. That means that they couldn't join TNA. They got it thrown out. So that
and they couldn't join UFC.
So that means there's hope that Punk could join TNA since the no-compete clause is gone. And Alberto Del Rio has already flirted, saying that, okay, I'm going to go to a wrestling company. Now, here's where things get interesting. Hold on a sec. Give me 1 sec. Wait. Here's where things get really interesting in this article. And I want to quote the source real quick. It's the Inquisitor. Hold on. So here's where this article gets interesting. Dixie also claims she spoke to none other than Shane McMahon, a story that drew a lot of interest. She was asked if any jokes were pulled on her by talent. She responded with an interesting story. I don't think the talent have really ever done anything to me. I had somebody call me once and leave a message to call back Shane McMahon, so I returned his call, but he never called me. We had a conversation, and he's a lovely guy, but don't give the roster any ideas. It is interesting that if Shane never called, he would still take the time to talk with Carter. Shane is out of the wrestling business and is involved with his own company. However, Shane is not beyond making deals. He once spoke to Paul Heyman about potentially buying ECW. There was at least a buy-in that was rumored. Heyman confirmed those rumors since the DVD dropped. Could Shane have simply given business advice to Dixie? Maybe. Of course, Dixie says not to get any ideas from it. However, why would she say such a thing if she wasn't, if she didn't want rumblings to start?
I don't know. I mean, maybe there's a bunch of different ways you can go with that.
Hey,
maybe...
don't count out Shane McMahon buying TNA despite his father and sister.
Oh, I hope he fucking does. No,
because Vince drove Shane out. Literally, he drove him out because if you saw the Paul Heyman documentary, Shane and him butted heads, and Shane just got fed up.
All right.
I think it'd be great if Shane invested in TNA and started putting creative input.
I agree. My flat out thing is, oh God. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get out of the room I'm in because it's too cold in there.
It's too cold up there in Boston?
No, it's inside, basically the same floor I'm on. Basically, my deal with that is, if Shane does, then I think right there, you're going to get a bunch of talent signed because it's Shane fucking McMahon. Shane McMahon, flat out, he'll be able to get the talent that TNA has lost over the years. You never know. He could get he's Shane McMahon. He could get Jay Lethal. He could get Homicide back. He could get those guys. He could get guys like Shelton Benjamin, and he could get guys back like Kazarian and styles, and he may be able to persuade Del Rio and Punk to get back in there. You know what I mean? So if Shane McMahon and Dixie Carter are in talks, and Shane McMahon ends up saying yes to TNA.
Shady.
Yeah.
Your phone has been doing it too.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. But anyway, if Shane McMahon and Dixie
God,
Carter are in
I
talks,
swear, I feel like an older mother telling her kid to shut up.
You're like the older mother who goes and gets drunk and then tells her kid not to get drunk. Your phone's been vibrating all night. Please, if Buck's friend is listening, keep making his phone vibrate for the entire rest of the show.
Oh, no, he won't. He knows better.
Dude, if you do that, you'll be my personal hero.
Anyway,
yo, listen.
If Shane McMahon and Dixie Carter are in talks and Shane McMahon ends up saying yes, don't be surprised if all those guys end up coming in there. That's what I'm saying. So.
Hey, Shady, do you ever think there'll be a Monday Night War again?
You know what I think will happen if Shane does buy it? I just had a thought in my head. Just picture this, if you will. Shane buys TNA. And come on, Vince is his dad, and he's really working for Vince. And then Shane hands over TNA to Vince McMahon. That would be huge.
Storyline-wise, yes, but wrestling-wise, it would kill the business.
Just imagine, picture, if you will. Shane walks out. I now own TNA.
What I'm telling you though, right now, Shady, it's going to, if that happens, it's going to kill the wrestling business, and I think Buck will agree with me when I say that.
Of course.
But listen, imagine Shane walks out. I now own TNA, and I'm handing it over to a better man. Come on out. In a TNA ring. No chance. That's what you've got.
Hey, Shady.
I'm sorry, Shady.
I got a comment directed to you.
What's that?
It comes from a certain Mr. Thornsberg.
What do you say?
Really, Shady? My slimy face? I come wanting to congratulate you, and you pull something like that?
You told us that we weren't going to go anywhere. We were going to fail, so I got to rub it in a little bit.
Anyway, besides that, sorry about that, slime. Sorry about that, slime ball. What? I didn't say anything. Yes, I did. Fuck you. Oh, Shady C method. No, but
Anyway.
Hey, James, take a breather for a second. Listen, let's not get into hypotheticals. I think we've gone on into we haven't just gone on to fantasy booking. We've gone into fantasy ownerships now.
Okay, but here's the difference between Shane McMahon buying TNA by himself and then Shane McMahon buying TNA and then selling it to Vince McMahon. Shane McMahon just buying TNA for himself is more realistic because Shane McMahon could actually do it. Shane McMahon.
Well, I have a little swerve for you. Look, listen. Let's just do this. There was a Monday Night War. WCW lost. WWE became victorious. But there's a thing that says power moves around. Empires rise and fall. But at the end of the day, power always finds a place to rest its head. Okay? WWE is not going to be around in 50 years. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a new Monday Night War, and whatever company that comes up will be perfectly poised to win that war because that company has nothing to lose, and WWE has everything to lose. Who has more to lose in the next Monday Night War? Who has more to lose?
WWE.
So if Shane McMahon, hypothetically speaking, does decide to get in a partnership with Dixie, guess how much money that's going to be right there. Shane is probably a billionaire already, and nobody knows. And then you got Dixie. She's going to get Panda Express. Why did I say Panda Express?
Yeah, the Panda Express.
She's got Panda Oil Company behind her. So Shane and Panda and Dixie all of them have more than enough money, and get this, Swerve, they buy WWE, and WWE is no more, and a new wrestling company emerges, and it'll be TNA.
Well, that's definitely a lot of fantasy right there.
That's a lot of fantasy right there, but I'm telling you, power always finds a place to rest its head, and it will never stop at the WWE. The WWE, I'll give it 20 years. Yes, Shady. Yes, Shady.
Why do you keep saying oil company? Panda Energy is an energy drink company. That's how Kurt Angle had that energy drink. He partnered with Panda Energy.
Panda's an oil company, though.
Nope, Google it. Panda Energy that Dixie Carter's dad owns.
Are you serious? I thought it was an oil company.
No, it's an energy drink company.
Hold on. I'm going to look this up right now.
Google it.
Because I Googled this before.
Maybe you Googled the wrong Panda Energy.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you can Google the wrong WWF and then see a gigantic
Hold on,
panda.
dude. They have a picture of Dixie Carter from 1977. It's hilarious.
Well, stalker.
Oh wait, no, that's someone else.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I can't call you a stalker then.
Because it says died at age 70.
Oh, depression.
It's an actress. Hold on.
Why are we on this? Why don't we talk about...
Because I need to do a fact... No, if I'm wrong, I need to correct myself. What's the name of her dad?
Wait a minute. I think you're right. I'm wrong.
Okay. Go ahead. Correct yourself.
I'm reading right now. It says... Panda Energy International is an American privately held company headquartered in Dallas, Texas, which conducts, maintains, and operates environmentally friendly power plants.
So it's a power company.
Yeah, so we were both wrong.
Okay, so next time don't come in with a stupid answer like it's an energy drink.
Well, that's what I've heard, that they helped market Kurt Angle's energy drink.
Bro, for the love of God.
Anyway, I say, since we have people watching, and we have a lot of people commenting, we should let them ask us questions, and we give them the answers. Who thinks that that's a good idea?
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
All right, so I got Issa. He wants to know, what do we think about Daniel Bryan?
Well, I like the guy. I think that, I mean, if his career's ended already, it's a damn shame. I really hope that he gets back in the ring. But I think he's awesome. I think his storyline was picture perfect, even though it was very rushed because of Vince not even wanting to push him in the first place. But that's beside the point. I think he's awesome. Fans are obviously behind him. And he was just, he's just a great star to have, and I hope he's one of those top baby faces for years to come if he comes back. So that's my thoughts on him.
Buck, I think I know how you feel about Daniel Bryan, so let's hear your opinion.
Issa knows my opinion, you know my opinion, but the general audience does not know my opinion. I can't stand that goat-faced motherfucker. Okay? Daniel Bryan, I don't give a shit how long you've been wrestling. I don't care if you've held the titles. I don't care if the people love you with your retarded chin. Yes, 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 yes. My little niece, okay, says yes. Girls and guys and little children say yes, okay? Anyone can say yes. What's so great about the yes chant? Yes, 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 with your finger going up in the air like you're fingering a freaking elephant. What the hell?
I don't know what. All right. Well, here's my
Dude,
question.
No, hold on. I'm not done.
Hold on, but my question's rhetorical.
He's too small.
What was so great about the what chant?
Hold on. He's too small to be a freaking champion. It's not believable, and he has this weird ass look when he's looking at you and you're cutting a promo on him. Have you seen the way he looks? He looks like a total doofus. He looks like an idiot. The guy is nothing but a freaking dwarf, okay? You could have put him in Lord of the Rings, and he'd be a freaking perfect character. Now, okay, his ability, yes, I know he's wrestled for so many years, respect for that, but I think at best he's an IC champion. That's it. That's it. Is this what it's come to? Is this what it has come to WWE? Other than the fact that you push John Cena constantly, and you bring down all the other good stars. And don't let me get started now on Roman Reigns, okay? Who, by the way, his promos have gotten a little better since his acting lessons. But I don't think just because you're related to a certain electrifying superstar means that you should be pushed to the moon. Kind of like the Usos. The Usos, I haven't elaborated on those motherfuckers. They have the most boring gimmick I've ever seen in my life. I don't want to see two guys come out and do the haka, and that's a shitty-ass haka. And for those who don't know what the haka is, it's that thing they start doing, hooga booga, hooga booga, aga hooga, hooga, whatever, that dance, and they slap their chest. That's actually a Samoan dance that the Samoan warriors would do before they go to battle, okay? And I'm not Samoan, and I feel insulted because you're insulting an age-old tradition of the Samoan warriors when they'd go to war, okay? And the Usos, now they're getting in that John Cena territory right now. And I know I'm probably quoting Mad Genius saying this, but you know what? It's true. Now, who's in the tag team title chase again? The Usos. They're so freaking boring to me, and they wear their merch like a walking billboard, just like John Cena. So now you got to be on good terms with John Cena, and you got to be just like John Cena to get anywhere in WWE. I am sick and fucking tired of John Cena and anything that resembles John Cena. I'm sick and I'm sick and tired of this stale creativity in the WWE. And you know what, for people out there, well, why don't you stop watching? Well, guess what, motherfuckers? I'm a wrestling fan, and the only reason why I keep watching is because I have something called hope. And you know what? My prayers have been answered, because when GFW drops and TNA comes out in January, which, by the way, they're having 3 tapings in
Lucha Underground's already out
in the
too,
Manhattan Center,
that.
and now that Lucha Underground has come out, there's so much hope for wrestling. There is so much hope for wrestling. And ROH is making TV deals. So guess what, Vince McMahon? Keep doing what you're doing. Keep not knowing what you're doing with talent. Keep fucking your company in the ass. And I guarantee you one day you're going to be standing on the corner in Boston begging for fucking money. Or Connecticut, or Stamford, Connecticut, wherever the fuck you're from. Freaking New England. Screw New England.
Buck.
Hey!
Buck.
Hey!
Buck, I thought a haka was...
Wait, Chris,
Hold on.
hey!
Hold on, before you
New
go...
England, jackass.
James, hold on, I got a joke. You're ruining my punch. I was going to say I thought a haka was what you do to a loogie before you spit it out.
Hey, I'm sorry, James. I just got a little carried away there.
It's fine.
I'm just fed up. I'm really shady. When TNA comes back, you're gonna be the Raw expert, because I can't do this anymore. I can't fucking do this anymore.
All right. Well, here's my thing. All right. So before we answer other questions, I wanna kind of, give my opinion on your opinions on Daniel Bryan and the Usos here.
Daniel Bryan is never gonna wrestle again. I'm telling you right now. And even if he does, it's gonna be the worst matches you'll ever see.
Well, okay. Let's hope that's not the case, because the guy was a very good workhorse. You at least got to admit that. You did. But, I mean, let's talk about him. He at least he's not Cena. He's not no way near Cena. You know what I mean?
I can't believe the GOAT is actually screwing a Bella.
That's what I can't believe. And that's another thing. I can't believe that. It's like these two sisters got together and said, okay, here's what we're going to do. Yeah, Nikki, what are we going to do? Said Brie Bella. You're gonna screw Daniel Bryan, and I'm going to screw John Cena. But why can't I screw John Cena? I don't want to screw that goat. Listen, we got to get in bed with these guys if we're going to secure our jobs.
No, Buck. Here's what they did. They got together, and Nikki said, I'm going to screw the dumbest guy in wrestling, where you screw the ugliest guy in wrestling.
Okay.
Hold on, James. Before you talk about that, Big Kev had a question that he posted minutes ago, and we didn't get to it. It's the Stone Cold comment where he said he had a bigger impact and legacy than Hulk Hogan ever did.
Let me handle this first, please. I'm begging you.
Go ahead.
Okay. That's bullshit, and I'll tell you why. Now, let's go back to the beginning.
Are you listening, Big Kev? Listen, Big Kev. The wrestling historian on Wrestling Plus One is going to throw it down right now and
okay, Big Kev. Big Kev. Before Hulk Hogan, wrestling was pretty much nothing as far as popularity goes. Hulk made wrestling popular. Now, before you go ahead and Kev and say Stone Cold's responsible for the Attitude Era, no. DX was responsible for the Attitude Era. They were doing suck-its and having girls show their tits in the wrestling arena before Stone Cold. So if there was no Stone Cold, there still would have been an Attitude Era. But if there was no Hulk Hogan, there wouldn't have been anything.
That is true. That is.
Yeah,
not,
but Macho Man.
That's not even.
Macho Man.
Macho Man was not Hulk Hogan.
Macho Man isn't.
Yeah, but if Hulk Hogan never existed, Macho Man would be the icon of wrestling.
He wouldn't have been as big. He's not as marketable as Hulk Hogan.
Macho Man is not as marketable as Hulk Hogan.
He's marketable, but not as marketable, no.
Are you serious right now?
Macho Man is not on that. He's right below him. Macho Man is the Randy Orton to John Cena.
How dare you say that?
Oh my God.
How dare you insult the Macho Man, bro? Are you serious?
I love Macho Man, but he's number 2 in that era.
But that's just a fact, dude. That's not him insulting you.
It really
That's
is.
just the truth.
All right, we need to get to Big Kev. Yeah, finish up Big Kev's question.
All right, so that's my point. Now, James and then Buck.
Okay, I just want to do the Usos thing. I don't think they're at all like Cena at all. I'm sorry.
No, no, you didn't hear what I said. The way they market their merch and they give it to the kids and they're pushed, the way they're pushing them, they are shoving.
Well, I mean,
down
I
our throats
at least
like
no. I think they just come as that naturally, though. You know what I mean? I don't think they're forced to do it. I think they just love to do it for the kids anyway.
No, I gotta agree with Buck. I've also said before that they're tag team equivalent of John Cena. They're like 2 John Cenas running around.
Yeah, they're more hyped up and they're more like, I don't even know how you say it. More.
I'd like to see Samoa Joe take on both of those pricks.
Oh no, Samoa Joe would fuck him up.
Okay, so why don't you tell Big Kev, what do you think? Stone Cold or Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, it's Hogan. Right, it's Hogan.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to give my opinion. All right. First of all, I don't think it's safe to compare them because Hulk Hogan was in a different era. Like almost 10 years, something like that? 20 years? 10 years, right? 10 years. Back then, wrestling was different. There wasn't a war going on. Vince McMahon and his dad were buying out territories and taking over. Hulk Hogan, it's a tough question because you go anywhere in the world, people will know Hulk Hogan. And you go anywhere in the world, people will know Steve Austin. I think they're both synonymous with wrestling, but I think that's a tough question. I think they're both equal. I really do. It's tough. It's a really tough question because Stone Cold's been in movies, Hulk has been in movies. Stone Cold's been in commercials, Hulk's been in commercials. Stone Cold was the top dog, Hulk Hogan was the top dog. And it's just, I really think Hulk Hogan's met his match with Steve Austin. Honestly, I think he has.
No,
it's a shame. It's a shame they never fought because if they did, it would have been epic. But
No, I know people. I know people who don't know who Stone Cold is, but everyone knows who Hulk Hogan is.
I mean, yeah, I mean Hulk Hogan because he's been around longer and he
But
was there.
but that's exactly the point. If it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin wouldn't have even had a name. Flat out.
Okay, if you want to talk about the pioneers of wrestling, then okay, yeah. I mean, not the pioneers of wrestling, but you know what I mean. The pioneers of what wrestling became in the next decade. But okay.
How about this? How about
Hold on, I'm not done yet.
Say one thing.
I'm not done yet. Shut up, Shady. You know what? I got a beef to pick with you. For you to say that Macho Man is the Randy Orton of John Cena is an insult. You cannot fucking compare Macho Man to John Cena or fucking Randy Orton. I never want to hear your fucking words ever utter that word again or that sentence, dude. Macho Man started a movement. Macho Man was the fucking man, bro. Him and Hulk Hogan, the Mega Powers. That's it. Boom. Can't say more than that. Don't ever say Macho Man. Don't ever say Randy Orton and Macho Man in the same sentence. Or John Cena.
Okay, let me prove my point to you real quick. Now, Buck, I'm asking you only this question. If they put together a Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling, Macho wouldn't be in it. Who do you think would be?
Macho would be in it.
What would be? Okay, tell me, who would be your Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling?
Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Steve Austin, The Rock. That's it. That's it.
I agree with that. There's no bigger four baby faces in the entire history of WWE. Even though Macho Man wasn't really a baby face until like he always kept flip flopping. But I mean, so did Steve Austin was a heel for many years too. So
the Mount Rushmore of wrestling is Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Steve Austin, and The Rock. You put those faces on a mountain, everyone will know who they are. And it's only fair.
What about Sting? Does Sting fit in there?
If you added a fifth face, which
if you added a fifth, Rushmore, if you did, then yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm asking this because I've seen a no DQ thread a few weeks back with that answer, and everybody ended up agreeing on one list. Let me tell you what it is. You got three of the four: The Rock, Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, and the Nature Boy.
Well, I think if there was a sixth face, then yeah, he would definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Now this mountain is getting pretty big.
But do you think Flair is more known than Macho, or vice versa?
No, Macho's more known than Ric Flair. Everyone knows Macho Man, bro. Everyone knows Macho Man.
Only because of the Slim Jim commercials.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Hulk Hogan did commercials too. Again, you can't compare these guys. They're like they were both like The Rock, Steve Austin, and Macho Man and Hulk Hogan and Sting. These guys are all popular.
But wait, what about?
Here's the thing. Let me say something about Sting.
What about Undertaker? We didn't
Hold on. Let me say something about Sting. Now, shut up, bro. Now you're trying to make a mountainscape, okay? We've set one mountain. Now you're trying to make a whole, like you're trying to turn it into the Himalayas. You went from Mount Rushmore, now we're turning it into the Rockies? Chill.
Or Shawn Michaels.
Now listen, shut up. You know how I feel about Shawn Michaels. Overrated and stupid.
Hey,
I'm a Bret Hart fan through and through.
I'm a Bret Hart fan too, but come on.
Listen.
During WrestleMania, during the Iron Man match, I was rooting for Shawn Michaels. Fuck Bret Hart.
Listen. Sting, here's the thing. My friend used to live in Dubai, right? He went there. He was born in the U.S. and he went there for work, and he went to a Halloween party there, right? He went as Sting. Do you know what everyone else thought he was when he was at the party?
The Crow.
Kiss.
Oh, I thought the real answer would be the Crow.
Everyone there thought he was Kiss, which is pretty sad for Sting. But you know what? If he went as Hulk Hogan, everyone would know who he is. If he went as The Rock, everyone would know who he is. If he went as Stone Cold, everyone would know who he is. If he went as Macho Man, everyone would know who he is.
Undertaker.
Yeah, Undertaker was actually
really... See, now you're spitting up names. Now you're just throwing all these names.
You said yourself, The Undertaker is one of the most popular guys in the Middle East.
Okay, he is, but that doesn't mean
Middle
that he's
East?
the most popular guy in the world.
Why all right, you know what?
Because there's a group that is based out of the Middle East.
I
on Facebook.
feel like if we run out of time and we don't get to all these questions with the fans, people are going to be pissed. So we should probably get back to the questions.
Yeah.
The reason I said Middle East is because he was talking about Dubai, and Dubai is actually in the Middle East.
Okay, well, anyway, let's get back to other questions because we need to answer other questions. What other questions you fans have, definitely put them in the comment box and Buck can read them and we'll answer them.
Fans, don't ask us our penis sizes.
Yes, please don't.
Well, I think I don't see any more questions for tonight, and I don't know. I just wanted to talk about one more thing before we go.
Yep.
What do you guys think about Bully Ray trying to go back to the WWE now?
Good luck for him.
I quote Andre Corbiel. Not quote, I'm probably misquoting him, but I had a conversation with Andre Corbiel before, and he said that Bully Ray is trying to kiss his ass back, kiss WWE's ass to get back into WWE and get a Hall of Fame induction.
That's the same thing Angle was doing. Angle was playing both sides. He was trying to get back into WWE as well. Bully Ray and both doing the same shit. Man, honestly, I think TNA will rise and become better when their talent wants to stay with them and doesn't try WWE before going back to that.
Yeah, and Angle's a hypocrite. Just gonna say it, because isn't Angle the reason why he left was because they made him work with a fucking broken neck? So why do you think about that and actually practice what you fucking preached back then?
By the way, there's a CM Punk press conference at UFC 181.
Nice.
Yeah, this CM Punk shit is gone viral. CM Punk broke the internet again. He's broken the internet. He's broken the internet 3 times in the matter of 2 weeks.
Oh, jeez. I love how Kim Kardashian says, "I'm gonna break the internet." CM Punk's like, "Bitch, please."
Oh, okay. Colin asks, what do you guys think about Vince already giving up on A New Day? And what do you guys think of A New Day? What do you guys think of A New Day? I don't like.
He's giving up on those guys.
Yeah, according to Colin, that's what he says. He's asking that question.
I really hope not. I know you guys think the gimmick is stupid, but I honestly think that the gimmick can actually go somewhere if they actually promote it. Because
I just saw a picture of Paige. Hold on.
Oh my God! Stop jacking off the page, there, Buck. We got to do.
You gotta appreciate her beauty, man. She's a woman.
Honestly, I don't know if he's given up, but I don't like the New Gays. Honestly, the New Gays to me, it would be a better gimmick if they were heels. And Solomon's actually predicted that before not this pay-per-view on tomorrow, but before the next pay-per-view after that, the New Gays will be heels.
Well, if they do, then I don't know. I don't think it's a good time for that now at this point. Because despite people saying that they think the New Day is stupid, they're having so much fun with the gimmick. And they actually pull it off really well because they had input. It's not like...
Okay, dude, but Santino and Eugene had fun too, and they sucked.
Forget about Cena and Eugene. The New Day listen, the New Day sucks. Listen, my verdict. The New Day sucks.
Yes.
They've killed Biggie Langston. Kofi Kingston has not been relevant in 5 years, okay? And I don't know who the hell this other guy is. I know he used to be in TNA, and that's
as
a New Day sucks, okay? I think they'd have more dignity if they called them the Nation of Jobber Nation. Okay.
All right. Well, let me just say this. I don't think that there's necessarily no hope. And since we went to Santino and Eugene, Santino, I don't know what the hell he was on. He was probably smoking crack. Eugene actually had a gimmick behind him. Because the reason why that gimmick was even created...
Is he really retarded, by the way? Is he really legit?
Eugene? No. That's Doink the Clown, dude. That's the original... I think that's the original Doink the Clown.
He was a great actor because he pulled it... Listen.
No.
Listen, hold on. He's a great actor because he pulled it off really well.
Yeah, and the reason why he did that was because I think...
The original Dwayne the Clown was a guy who wrestled in ECW known as Born Again.
Right. That's right. You. Thanks for correcting me. I'm sorry. I think he was WWE's version of Dwayne the Clown. But regardless, the reason why the Eugene character was created was because the guy who played as him wanted to basically do that for, I think, his kid, who has a special needs. So he wanted to make, I think, that kid proud. And
hold on, just pause this real quick. Back
Shady,
to
you're like a little kid. Ooh, teacher.
No, I just read something epic to Buck. You're gonna laugh.
Why don't you come out and say, guys, excuse me, I have a new story. Not teacher, can I speak?
Okay, Master, is it all right with you if I say something real quick, Master?
Shut up and just go ahead.
Dude. I read this online just now. They should change Kofi Kingston's name to Santa Claus because he's only relevant once a year.
Well, hold on. If the video does cut out, I just want to say this real quick. Thank you, fans, for joining us. You can always go to Wrestling Plus One. That's the group page on Facebook, and go to blogtalkradio.com, and you can check us out there every Saturday. You can call in live, 347-857-2361. 347-857-2361 to be a part of the conversation on our show. This is not our main show. Our main show is on Blog Talk Radio. This is just a hangout that we do. We let loose, no script. We just chill. Well, we're never scripted, but you know what I mean. You guys.
And don't forget about Spreaker.
Yeah, we're on Spreaker too, and you can hit us up on Wrestle Plus One. This is just in case if the video cuts out right now, or if I forget to promote or plug the show later, because I don't know, the video might cut.
And guys, if you want to check out Wrestling Plus One, definitely check out the group page. That's where all of our stuff is promoted. Definitely, or I shouldn't say promoted, but posted. And we cover news, rumors, headlines, and everything else in between. So definitely check it out. And yeah.
Check out Weymouth Youth Wrestling, of course.
Yes, WYW. We're going to start back up again in December, so we're looking forward to that.
I can't wait. I'll watch WYW instead of fucking Raw any day.
Dude, definitely. Dude, watch the matches over again because it's better than watching Raw any day.
How many hours are your shows?
Oh, dude, we've made an hour-long match that's like 10 times better than a 3-hour Raw. So if that's all the convincing that you need, there you go.
That's great.
But dude, the Kofi Kingston thing is a good point because technically the only time people care about Kofi is during his little spot for a Rumble. So like Santa Claus, he's only relevant once a year.
Yo, dude, I don't really care about Kofi Annan. Okay, well, sorry, I don't. Why do I call him Kofi Annan? Because they took such. They're so stupid, bro. The name generators. Okay, Kingston is the capital of Jamaica. Kofi was the name of Kofi Annan, the leader of the UN Secretary General. So they took that and put it together. Stop coming up with such cliche Black African American names and come up with something original.
It doesn't matter what his name was. This is the thing that pisses me off because the WWE dropped the ball with him too. Need we forget what they did with him in 2009, late 2009?
I hear them chanting.
Pissed.
Boom, boom, boom. I hear them chanting.
No. This is after he got rid of the Jamaican gimmick. This is right when he got rid of it. Remember when he did the boom drop on Madison Square Garden on Orton?
I don't remember, man.
That was like the highlight of the show. It was during a Cena and Orton match, 5,000 or maybe 4,000 at that point. Actually, yeah, that's probably why. But the highlight of that match, and I think it was at No, it was the pay-per-view after Breaking Point, the only Breaking Point pay-per-view they had. And he did a boom drop from the stands through a table onto Orton to help Cena. And then after, I think the night after, he dropped the whole Jamaican gimmick. He talked normal, and like he looked pissed off, and he was like dumping orange paint on like a NASCAR Randy Orton car for God knows what. And he was just ruining his car, and just basically like he cut a really good promo during that too, and got Randy Orton pissed off. It looked like he was leading up to a Kingston and Orton feud, and then they just dropped it because I think Kofi didn't do something right with Orton, and Orton got pissed and then Kofi's push stopped.
We got another question from Colin. And Big Kev says, you guys must be ripped.
Ripped?
Yeah, ripped.
Like, what does he mean? Like, ripped in muscle tone? Because, dude,
No.
I'm fat.
Okay, hold on. Just stop talking and ignore it. Because I'll tell you what it means off the air. Don't worry about it. Okay. He doesn't mean muscle. Okay. So no problem.
I'm sorry if it's a sexual term. I'm slow.
It's not. Just stop, bro. Stop. If you don't know what that means, then I'll tell you off the air. Don't embarrass yourself anymore, please.
Okay.
Colin says, Zach Gowen. What do you guys think if he comes back and wins the Rumble?
Oh, God, no.
The one-legged wrestler. I mean, look,
no.
Zach Gowen can come back and wrestle, but I feel like, Sergeant Melendez is a one-legged wrestler and he's in TNA, so to bring him back now...
he's different because he uses both his robotic leg and his other leg. So it's not like he's not using one leg. I mean, Zach Allen legit wrestles only on one leg. So
that's no chance. There's a better chance of a gobbledygooker coming back and winning the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I agree with that. Actually, no. There's a better chance of Santino winning the Royal Rumble. He almost did it.
Santino, what a joke.
I was freaking out, hoping that he wouldn't win because I thought they were actually going to pull that, and I'm like, no!
They're already saying that there's somebody that's going to come back and surprise everyone during the Royal Rumble, and I really hope to God it's not Kevin Nash or Batista. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Batista fan, but I don't know, man. Him winning the Royal Rumble last year was a joke.
Just a question. And I want to ask this to the fans that are watching right now too. Does anybody remember Santino's old gimmick when he was actually serious in OVW before OVW bailed out and went to TNA?
He was a Russian, wasn't he?
Yeah, but then he this is the thing that gets me. I mean, he screwed the whole Russian thing, but the fact that he has one of the top 3 MMA gyms in the world, and they made this guy look like a joke for so many years. Do you know what they could have done with a character like that? The guy actually has talent. That's the problem. Santino has talent, and they placed him with this shitty gimmick for God knows what reason.
Yeah,
it's not
he
had
the first
fun
time.
with it or whatever. I'm not going to deny that, but I mean, I feel like he could have been so much better as a serious guy. He could have contended a lot more against top guys because he had that MMA background. He was a legit badass. He's not like this fucking comedy routine that gets stale every week on TV. That's the thing that pisses me off. So, I don't know. What do you think, Mark?
I never liked Santino. I never really cared for him. I never knew of his career outside of WWE, so I really can't comment on that. And I think I'm just gonna call it. Shady, what do you think? Should we just call it?
Yeah, I think we definitely can call it. I mean, honestly, we've had a nice long show. We've given the fans a lot of bonus content, and I think it's time that we go beat off alone.
Of course.
All right, Shady. Would you care to take us out, please?
Yes, definitely. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Remember to check out Weymouth Youth Wrestling. Also, go to www.blogtalkradio.com/wrestling, the word plus, and the number 1.
It's not the word plus. It's the symbol plus.
No, I tried. It's not the symbol. It's the word plus, isn't it?
On Blog Talk Radio?
Yeah, I swear.
It's okay, hold on. For Blog Talk Radio, it's wrestling, the symbol plus 1. For Twitter, because Twitter is weird, it's the word plus. For YouTube, because YouTube is weird, it's the word plus. So, you know what, guys? Just look for it. It's there.
What about for Spreaker?
For Spreaker as well. Look, if you go to the top, if you click on our channel, right under this video, right down there, see where it says the title? Has the logo and subscribe. Please subscribe. like. Check out our other videos. We got shorter videos that are rants from our show on Blog Talk Radio. If you click on the channel right there under the title, it'll give you the channel. You click on it, you go there. There's links on the right-hand side, the right-hand lower corner of the channel art, and it'll give you the link to Blog Talk Radio. You can click on it. It's a hyperlink. I don't know if they even still use that word. There's a link for Blog Talk Radio. Click there. It'll take you there. There's a link for Twitter, Spreaker, and the Facebook group. That's Wrestling Plus One. For anyone who is not happy about us going for 2 hours, I apologize. This was only supposed to be for an hour, but when you start talking about wrestling, you just never stop. And I want to thank all the people that tuned in. Issa, Colin, Big Kev. Hey, I mean, Mr. Thornsberg, I guess thanks for watching if you did. I mean, whatever.
Oh, wait, one more thing to plug.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go to Spreaker, and you can hear the first sample episode of the Shady Sea Experience. That was it's a brief episode, but I will be doing more in the future.
You should delete that one and make a new one, because I was hoping it would be longer, because I was sitting down having dinner, and I was hoping that it would be longer than that. I was shocked when it was short.
Well, I wanted to make sure it ran right, what all the buttons do and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, but there's definitely going to be more, and hopefully, eventually, maybe we can move it to a BTR channel, and we can have Buck join in.
Yeah, I mean, hey, everyone out there who's listening, we don't pretend to be experts. We do fact checking live on the show. I mean, I thought Panda was an oil company. Turned out it was an energy company. Like, not an energy drink, but like a power plant and energy company. But hey, no one's perfect. We don't come on here and pretend to be perfect.
We're just humans.
Yeah,
we are just people. We
give you our opinions, and we don't expect you to suck our cocks like a lot of other fans do for Sean's View Entertainment. And
if you're a chicken, you want us to talk, we won't be against that.
Other podcasts.
Here's my face.
For the people that stuck around, thank you. And for the people who watched this whole video after we went off the air, the whole 2 hours, thank you. We're not experts. We don't pretend to be. We've said this before. We are a fan-based wrestling show. We've never been in the business. But you know what? We might as well be, because when we got ideas like this, hey, who knows what would happen if we started our own wrestling federation. Maybe I'm foreshadowing something. Who knows? We'll see what happens 10 years from now. But you can always call us on our show. We want you to call us. We want your opinion. That's what our show is about. It's your opinion. You know, I get tired of hearing myself talk. The reason why I'm forcing myself to talk right now, it's 2:21 a.m. right now. I'm forcing myself to tell you this because I want you to come on our show. You know, we got views. We got a lot of views. That's great, fine and dandy. I don't want just archive views. I don't want live listens only. I want callers. I want you, the fans. We're giving you a forum to talk and discuss and debate each other. We've had some debates, but we really want y'all to call in. You know, you guys make the show. And James is a caller, frequent caller. Issa called in today. Michael called in today. Liz might start calling back again, and Liz actually promoted us on Wrestling Soup, and the clip is in the intro if you guys paid attention to it. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it for us. Go to Wrestling Plus One. And no, there is no Wrestling Plus Two. Plus One is you, okay? And one more thing. Shady has something to say to Sean. I don't know how long he's going to go, but go ahead, bro.
Sean, the reason why you don't want to come on here is, yeah, I may be fat, but I'm good with words. If I wasn't so good with words, I wouldn't have gotten the pussy I've gotten in my life. You know, if you came on the show and you brought your girl, I could sweet talk her right off her feet, have her legs open, and have my tongue between her thighs, and you'd be out of a girlfriend. So not only then would you have no girlfriend, you'd only have your little shit show that nobody gives two shits about. People come and listen to you when they're bored, when they're absolutely bored and have nothing to do. Maybe there's no Solomon Monster. Hell, maybe there's no Don Tony. Maybe all the episodes are just, they heard them all. Then they come check you out because you're a nobody. with the ugliest mustache I've ever seen. It looks like James's mustache with the pubic hair. But we want to say fuck you, go to hell. And what's your name? The chick that's with him? I don't know your name, honey, but yeah, you definitely need to take a ride on the Shady Sea airplane.
Making fun of my mustache, you dick.
Oldest ride, longest line.
Woo!
Sean, this is a message from Buck, and yeah, I said that in third person. I know that's kind of weird, but whatever. I grew up and The Rock was my favorite wrestler. Anyway, Sean, we wanted you to come on and have a respectful debate. Shady might have gone crazy on you, but I was an in-between person. I didn't hate you. I didn't like you. I went to your channel to check it out and see what's up. And yeah, I accepted your challenge for us to get in the spotlight. Yeah, that was one of my intentions. But also, I wanted to ask you some questions, some serious questions, because you are a person of interest on YouTube. Someone who has 48,000 subscribers
that he paid for
is someone of interest. Okay, I'm not going to be like that guy from England that tore you a new butthole. Okay, I'm not going to be like all these other guys. I'm not going to be like didn't he have an issue with Andre Corbiel one time?
Yeah, him and Andre went at it a few times.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like Andre Corbiel, and even, I respect that guy so much, and, you feuded with him. I'm sure you got your ass kicked, too.
Andre's racist. Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, easy. Chill with that. Andre Corbiel, he knows what he's talking about. Sean, you just read news and rumors. We do that, too. Hey, we're not going to lie. We do that, too. But, we do it in a way that we want the fans to tell us what they think. You just sit there and you talk. I feel like you're an egomaniac. But we wanted to interview you. We wanted to have a nice, cordial debate. And James, actually, he was on your side. He was that one guy who was on your side. I'm that one guy in the middle. And Chris is that one guy who hates you. So it was the most diverse panel you've ever
I don't think he wanted to be a part of the diverse sandwich.
I just think it probably would have confused him because he'd have to think on 3 different wavelengths.
I think that's more interesting, man.
James, didn't you say he had some kind of a mental problem or something?
Hey, I don't want to talk about that, all right? Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if he wants to mention it, he can mention it.
Listen, I don't want to get into people's personal lives. I don't want to get into that.
Eating his girlfriend's pussy. How much more?
You're out of control, all right? You're Shady C. You're shady. You're crazy. But,
thank you.
Yeah. But from everyone here at Wrestling Plus One and the Weymouth Youth Wrestling Federation and the Shady Sea Experience, we'd like to all wish you a good night. And shout out to Big Kev. He subscribed. He says, thanks for the love, guys. Thank you, Kev. And he's not Kevin Castle. And
Big
shout out to Issa. Issa says, good job, fuckers. And I don't know where Colin is. Colin is gone. And to all the other viewers who didn't comment, subscribe, please. And please head on over to Blog Talk Radio and check us out. Good night, everyone.
Peace.
See you guys.